flour again. Now I'm getting ready to make the turkey stuffing. Actually, it's the vegetable part what I'm going to be cooking. And this is also, it's something you can make 2 days in advance. And you put it in the fridge once it's cooled. And then the morning of Thanksgiving, you put the rest of the stuffing that needs to go with the vegetables to be ready to go into the turkey. So what we have for the stuff, I have a large turkey. I have a 21-pound turkey. And it's a deboned turkey. So it requires a lot of stuffing. And then also, my daughter-in-law doesn't favor the stuffing inside the turkey. She likes to have on the outside separately. So what I do is I make a little extra, so it will go. I'll make it separately so she can have it too. So for this recipe, this size turkey, and what I'm going to do, it takes 6 onions peeled and 12 stalks of celery cleaned, and to save time, and not only for that, is to make everything kind of the same thickness, so it cooks evenly and on the same time. I'm going to use my food processor. So coming over. Okay, so here it is, my food processor. Meanwhile, I have a large pot here, and I put it on the stove.
Clean, dry,
Clean
right?
and dry. Yes, you don't want no water at this point. And I'm going to add about, I know it sounds a lot, but it's not a lot, about 1/4 cup of olive oil. This is not extra olive oil, it's just olive oil. So it's 1/4 cup.
Why is it regular versus extra virgin?
Because I just do that because extra virgin olive oil does not take a high heat. It burns quickly. So this one, it burns, it takes a little more of a high heat.
It's a little easier to cook with.
Yeah. So I put here, and it's not that it has to get really, really hot, but it starts. So in this, what I do is I put my celery and my onion. So this I already have sliced it very nicely with it. And this also I have sliced it with my food processor. So it makes it easy.
Same attachment, right?
Same attachment. It's a slider. And with this, I put the top on. How nice it is, and quick and fast. And I turned it off. I remove this top, and I do my onions. Quick and fast. How's that? Beautiful. So now I'm going to take the attachment. This is the attachment, right? And I'm going to put all my vegetables in the pot with the oil. Now it is quite a bit. It's going to cook down. But remember, I do have a large.
What do you mean it's going to cook down?
The vegetables are going to cook down, especially the onions.
It's going to look like there's less?
Lot
Is that what you mean?
Yes, volume goes down.
So when you put them in the pot, are you separating them, or are you just mixing them all together?
No, the reason I'm separating them because it makes it better when I go to mix them. It looks better.
So you're separating the onions from the celery, or you mean you're just...
I make layers.
You make layers.
And this is like, I'm kind of sauteing them. It's not frying because there's a lot. They kind of saute and steam at the same time too. You want a high heat. Everything. We don't want to lose any little bits of the vegetables. This is my husband is bothering me now. I'm cooking. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So
I want a little kiss. I didn't get a little kiss. Nothing.
Now with this you want to keep an eye on. If it's the first time that you're doing, I would advise that you lower the heat to medium. I have it on high, but I've been doing this for, let's see, about 200 years. No,
200
just-
years.
I've been doing this stuffing now, Gina, as long as you remember, right?
Oh yeah. Since I was a little kid.
So I've been doing this at least 30 years. This recipe came from my sister, my husband's sister, Philomena. Somebody gave her this recipe and she said that it was the best, and we tried it and I thought it was the best stuffing that I ever had before. Before I used to use those chestnut stuffing, which was a little harder to make, but I don't think that it is as flavorful as this one here. And I think it's also, this one's more nutritious too, and it's more moist. So I stir, I be careful. I'm not putting any salt in yet because when I'm gonna put in the bread stuffing that I buy from the store, and I'll show you a little while what it looks like. It already has salt in there, and my chicken stock that I made, it already has salt in there. So I could always add salt, but if it's too salt, I cannot remove it. And you will ruin, and my turkey's been in a salt brine too, so they already have salt in there, so I try to be very careful. So this is still, not, it just stirs.
How long does it take to
Well-
get where you need to get it?
I think it would take somewhere between maybe 15 to 20 minutes, but it's not something that you have to stay over. And
Just stir it
There,
every
you go.
2-3 minutes?
Mine is still on high, so you could put the cover jar like this instead of go like this, because it'll steam and it'll be too watery. So you want some of the steam to escape, so you put it like that, and you're going to stir. But again, if this is the first time you're doing, put it on medium, so it's you have better control. Because you don't want it to burn. You don't want the vegetable to be brown. You want them to be translucent and soft.
Okay.
Okay, so this will take, so while this is cooking, I'll be cleaning up.
All right.
Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes since we started cooking them. I was stirring them once in a while. You see how much more down they came? And there was not water in there because the lid was ajar a little. So, and I came and stirred. So it's soft. It's sauteed, but yet it's kind of steamed at the same time. And this is what you want to have. The celery are soft, but not mushy. The onions are soft, but not mushy. Is what I was saying. Because they're going to be cooking in the turkey again. So this is done. So what we'll do now, I'll turn off the heat, and I'll take it away, and I'll put it in another container to cool off, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator ready for the day of the stuffing.
Okay, so to recap,
So
we cooked all of this. We sauteed it,
sauteed, yeah.
and now we're gonna put it in a container, store it in the refrigerator, and we'll be ready to make.
It's cold. It's got to get cold.
Once it's cold,
Yeah.
and get ready to make the stuffing the day of, or can you make the stuffing the day before?
No, I'll make the stuffing is the day of. It doesn't take very long to do. Just add the seasoning that I put in there and the breadcrumbs and stir it. And maybe if it's not soft the way I like it, I add some chicken stock in there.
Okay.
I'll show you then. I don't have a measurement for the chicken stock, but I go by eye. You don't want it too dry, but you don't want it too mushy either, because when it goes and cooks in the turkey, it gets a little more moist. Okay, so this is all for the vegetable for my stuffing. Okay, so this is another good tip, because you can do it 2 days ahead of time. You clean up your mess, so there's less mess to do on the day, and less to put up. Ciao.